I woke up, have a cup of tea, and just fuck it, turn it on. No, it's not a YouTube video. Trust me. Oh wait, no, yeah, no, wait. Brain don't compute. Brain does not compute. Holy shit. Hey, what's up? Name's Anarius. Pleased to meet you all. If you're new here, if you know me, you know what's the drill. If you don't, might as well give you the drill. I'm not a music expert, okay? I'm just a dude that listens to music way too much, and just wants to listen to music and just see what's up, you know? Like what pops up in my head after hearing that. I'm not a music expert, not a sound engineer, nor nothing, so everything I say needs to be taken with a grain of salt. I am not an expert, so yeah. Let's get right into it. Oh, right. One thing I forgot to mention. If by any chance you want to check out the previous videos, please do. And I would like to collect more corrections for the previous tier lists. Like after this one, of course there's going to be errors in here. I would like to compile all the like mistakes, errors, and lack of like investigation into one like giant like video to fix all the tier lists, because some themes are missing, some things are the wrong ones, like with Ken and with Ryu. And also I think I added Street Fighter the movie the game after I did the Ryu or the Ken one, so I would like to fix that on the next stream. If there is any errors either in this one or any of the other previous ones, do let me know in the comments on YouTube. So with that out of the way, let's get started. And let's go to the beginning of the mall. The section that I just check which games Bison doesn't have a theme in. Now I think I'm set. Now we can start with the beginning of them all, with the Street Fighter 2 vanilla theme. Also, it wouldn't be a tier list video without selfless plugs, so yeah, let's go. It's Street Fighter 2 vanilla. Like, funny thing about the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack, it has been remade, remastered, and covered. Like, there's a metric buttload of covers of almost all of them. Like, almost all of the themes from both Street Fighter 2 and Super Street Fighter 2 with the new characters and stuff. That's a staple on Street Fighter at this point. Like, these themes have a lot of variants, so that's a thing you can see on like the previous like at least 4 tier lists that I did for all the other characters. All of their themes are kinda similar, so that's a staple on Street Fighter at this point. Street Fighter 2 made a lot of iconic themes. That's how it is. So it makes sense to try and replicate that. As for vanilla Street Fighter 2, it's the beginning. It's the middle. At least for me, it's a B. It's Super Turbo. I'm sometimes impressed on how well some instruments are translated into these sound chips. Holy shit. Okay, that's the loop. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm sometimes impressed on how well some instruments are translated into the arcade sound chips. Holy shit. Improvement, that's for sure. I don't know. When it comes to Street Fighter 2, the themes are going to be the same with fancier sound, if that makes any sense. We are moving forward with the sound capabilities of the games at this point, and Super Turbo is definitely showing that. I like it though. It's a good theme. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about music, and I don't know how to make an imposing theme for a dictator, you know, but it gets the job done. It's a vibe. Alright, let's go to the first remake of Street Fighter 2, HD Remix. Yeah, there goes the slow pace. Wow. What? Oh, okay. Wow. Just wow. Okay, so for context, every other theme that I've been checking out from any other Street Fighter game, Street Fighter character so far, right, have their theme somewhat intact from the previous versions in HD Remix. Like, I've checked Zangief, Ken, and Ryu so far, and Akuma, and all of them, for the most part, have their theme intact. Bison is the first time that I'm hearing a Street Fighter 2 character specifically have a completely different theme, or at least a super different theme compared to the previous games, into a Street Fighter 2 game. This is impressive and really good. Holy shit. Like, dude, out of all the characters that had an iconic theme on Street Fighter 2, Bison was one of them, but compared to the others, yeah, I get it. With the others, you don't have that much wiggle room to play on. You like Guile's theme. It's one of the most iconic iconic themes in video games, or even in music history as a whole. I don't know. Thing is, the Street Fighter 2 music is iconic, and I understand why kind of like reuse the what make those songs are iconic. I don't know how to explain it, but reusing the tone and all of the things that were used into those original songs and like remade them to make them better or with better instrumentals and stuff like that. It sounds like Military March, right? Because he's a dictator. Now it makes a lot more sense. Now it fits Bison as a whole, because that's the whole point. You have the four kings, right? You have Boxer, Claw, Tiger, and Dictator. Dictator now has a march theme for the army, so it makes a lot more sense. It's a good theme. It differs a lot from previous versions of Street Fighter 2, which is a good thing, mind you. And it's an actual fitting theme for the boss. It's great. This is actually great. Street Fighter 2 HD Remix. Holy shit, I wasn't expecting to get surprised like that. Now let's go to the second supposed remake, Ultra Street Fighter 2. We were right there, bro. Right there. It kinda sounds like Kirby boss theme, but it sounds oddly flowy and gentle. It's a slower paced Kirby boss theme. When it comes to Kirby boss fights, I always hear the themes. They start slow, but then they go bombastic and fast-paced. This is still slow. It's literally just Super Turbo with an added guitar, with a little guitar solo and overshadow the bass. But yeah, I don't know. It's disappointing. Like, we are on the second remake of Street Fighter 2, a game that, and get this, only got out on the Switch. It's a Switch exclusive. It's a bit mid. A bit. It's reuse of assets from a game that it's not even the previous remake of the game. It's the first, no, not the first. It's like the third re-release of the game. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded by this. It doesn't scream dictator or epic. It's not a bad theme per se. Like on its own, it's good. But if you tie it to Bison, you tie it to the final boss of the game. Granted, yeah, Akuma exists by this point, but still, he is technically, by definition of the original game, the final boss. So, by this point, you're tying a theme to a final boss. Usually, the theme needs to represent the final boss better. That's why I think HD Remix did a great job. The theme sounded like something a dictator will have, which is the identity of Bison in Street Fighter 2. Speaking of identity, let's go to the prequel of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha. shit. Okay, yeah. Just yeah. Like Street Fighter Alpha goes ham with Bison, if I say so myself. If I remember correctly, right? When it comes to Bison in the Alpha games, Bison goes ham on the going to take over the world and the power of the strongest warriors in this planet, you know? It goes crazy. And this sim represents very well that story, at least for me. Again, I don't remember very well the story on Street Fighter Alpha, but that was good. That was good, representing of a crazy person. Okay, let's go with the next game. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Does he have a different theme on Alpha 2? Oh, that was his Alpha 2 theme. So, no Street Fighter Alpha? Alpha 1. Oh. Okay, hold on. Change that. I am an idiot. Alright, let's hear the Alpha 1 version. He's somewhat different. You know what? Yeah, I was expecting going to Street Fighter Alpha 1. Since we've heard the Alpha 2 version, I was expecting, well, if we go to Alpha 1, we're going to hear something that is exactly the same, maybe with a few less instruments, but no. It has a few differences, more than just an instrument. And it sounds a tad more scarier. So, yeah, no, both of them are really good. Even though they're practically the same, they have a few differences that at least makes them unique, you know? One is scarier than the other, but both of them are great. Okay, Alpha 3. Shit. I've said I've been surprised by Street Fighter Alpha in the past, but holy shit, I wasn't expecting this much. Like, yeah, no, that sounds menacing and fast-paced. Like, I need to hurry the fuck up and get this guy out of here, or I'm going to die type of vibe. Holy shit. that was really good. Now, BIOS time! Let's go! Street Fighter 4. Out of all the Street Fighter 4 themes that I've listened to, and I've listened to a lot, Bison, it's an A. Like, it's a high A. I usually have bias towards Street Fighter 4, but I haven't played Bison at all, and I don't like the charging style character, so yeah. But this one is good. Like, it actually has some like epic instrumentals saying, this dude is someone important that you need to be afraid of. Which is fair, because Street Fighter 4, well, technically since Street Fighter 3, Bison isn't a boss anymore. And he was completely absent from the Street Fighter 3 games, that's why they are on D. Although I should do a tier separate for no theme. Yeah, he was absent on the old Street Fighter 3, and he came back for Street Fighter 4, but he wasn't the main villain. So technically we are not dealing with the final boss theme situation here. So it's serviceable. It brings back his old theme, makes it a little bit more epic. It's a fine theme. And now that I have extra tiers, fuck it. No. Street Fighter 2 or Vanilla stays here because that's where it all started. So I have to give it some respect on my end to the thing that started it all. And yeah, that's Street Fighter 4. I was expecting more bias on my end, but you know what? Sometimes I surprise myself. And yeah. Now, let's go to Street Fighter 5. Okay, you know what? That was actually really good. Like, yeah, it goes all over the place, but it's crazy and intimidating a little bit. So, granted, Bison on Street Fighter V is actually the main bad guy of the game. It's not the final boss, because you have multiple of those. It's complicated. Street Fighter V is complicated. But thing is, story-wise, Street Fighter V, Bison is the main threat. So the theme actually fits him. It's the OG theme, remixed to hell and back with new instrumentals and that weird sound. It's good. I like it. So yeah. I think it's better than Super Turbo. But yeah, that was really good. That was surprisingly good. Now, let's go to the newest version of Bison, Street Fighter 6, Undying Desire. Yeah, you're right. Wow. Okay, so Rep, what you said on the chat, right? It's the actual arc of this character, so you're 100% on the money. And holy shit, you're right. The context behind all of this is that Street Fighter 6 is a brand new game, brand new villain, a replacement for Bison. So they decide to bring back from the dead Bison just because why not? But he's not the main villain. He's the villain on the shadows now. Kinda like Akuma was back in Street Fighter 2 Turbo. He was the menace but lurking behind the scenes. But this one wants the power. He's going in. Dude got revived, memories wiped out, but the only thing remaining is literally just the hunger for power. So that's pretty much what Bison is up at this point. He's just a power-hungry dude that wants to recover everything and gain more power while he's at it. But yeah, no, the themes on Street Fighter 6 went on a roller coaster on how much I like some of them, and holy shit, Bison delivers. Just for context, right? Let me show you the theme for the main bad guy in Street Fighter 6. Okay, moving on. Street Fighter the movie, the game. The fuck? Street Fighter the movie, the game, dude. It's an anomaly that keeps just hitting me really, really, really nice in the nuts. It's just, what the fuck? It actually fits the dictator vibe. I'll give you that. And technically, M. Bison in the movie is a dictator, so it kind of makes sense. But I don't know. It just throws me on a loop, the fact that Street Fighter the movie, the game, in the PS1/Saturn version has a soundtrack like this. Like, some things doesn't fit at all, but some fit really well, and they are cool original renditions for the character. It's just insane. Like this one sounds like an actual proper dictator theme. At least for me, it sounds like a march. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it. It's not. I don't think it's better than any of the others, but it's really good. It fits the character. What can I say? All right. Next up, Street Fighter EX. Holy shit. Yeah, no. Everybody that ever just stumble upon the Street Fighter EX soundtrack, everybody and their mother says it's really good. And they are not wrong. This shit slaps. This is really good. Although I can't stop imagining every single time I hear to this soundtrack that it references a lot of like different like tropes in anime. I don't know if you get me. Like when I've listened to Akuma's, that sounded like something you will hear on Initial D, like the Eurobeat moment. You're going on a race, you're going to drift, and you hear to Akuma's theme. It's just going in. Then you have Zangief that sounds like the entrance of a WWE type of like wrestler. I'm going into the ring, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, but it's going to be slow and heavy. Then you have Ryu that is literally just Naruto music. It's wild. I don't know exactly where I can put Bison. This sounds something like I will hear on a shonen anime when it's getting good in a fight. Like the fight is going great. It's just I don't know if it fits the character, but the thing is such a vibe that I forget this is for a character. The vibe is so hard. I forget this is for a character sometimes, so kudos for that. It puts you in A. Holy shit. Okay. Let's go pay Marvel a visit a little bit. Let's go with X-Men versus Street Fighter. It's a really short loop, but it works, holy shit. It has some uniqueness to it, but at the end of the day, it's the Bison regular theme. I like it though. This is something I will imagine it will be the alpha version of the theme, but I always get surprised that it's not the same, so... It's a good thing, that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have different themes for Bison, so... Yeah, no, this is a really good one, actually. I would say... here. Yeah. Next up, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Yeah, I love the soundtrack of this game. They go complete 180 and they remake the theme of everybody in this game. I kinda love that. So for Bison, it plays a little more like this dude is dangerous and mystic. It has something to do with mystic powers or some shit, which is, I don't know. For me, it sounds like that, so it kind of fits Bison because that's the power he has, technically. Psycho power is technically mystic powers. So, yeah. I don't know where to put it, though, because I have a little bias towards Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. I'd say... yeah, I'd say it's better than X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Even better than Street Fighter 5 in some occasions, but yeah. Okay. Next up, Street Fighter X Megaman. know about you, Chief, but I don't feel one way or the other with this one. It's cute. It's like it is Megaman. It sounds like a Megaman theme, but yeah, no, I like it, but I don't know. I don't feel too strong about it. Just meh. Now, time for the fact check round, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all, folks. That's it for Bison. I have to admit, I've been vibing a lot to most of these themes. It's incredible how good they are, some of them. I was surprised a lot, and I have to admit, for a character that it's too angry to die, it's kind of a good thing for music-wise. Like, holy shit, there's a lot of good stuff here. Sometimes I just big nonsense that I don't even know what I'm saying, but hey, that makes it funny. Yeah, that was the list. For those watching on YouTube, if you watch this one or watch any of the other ones, feel free to comment if you remember if there is a Bison theme I forgot to check, or I checked the wrong version of the theme. Maybe it's related to Shin Bison or something. Do let me know, and I'll take note of those, and I'll make a correction stream for this list. That applies for every single list, including the Marvel vs. Capcom one. So yeah, feel free to do that on the comments below. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you all so much for watching. Do the regular YouTube thing, like the sub, and stuff like that, and be seeing you all on the next one. Bye.